automatically erases the value of what we taught in the classroom. So we are rolling out the national school bus system. Minister Vaz and Minister Dixon have been leading the charge on this transformation initiative. Phase 1 is already underway in Clarendon, Morant Bay and Lexton, with expanded service in Montego Bay. Phase 2 of the program will involve the deployment of 100 fully refurbished school buses across Jamaica. 60 buses are set to be introduced in September 2025 to align with the start of the new academic year, followed by an additional 40 buses in January 2026. These buses will operate during both morning and afternoon periods, transporting students between designated community pickup points and their schools. The service will be guided by stringent safety and behavioral standards to ensure a secure and orderly environment for all students. From the convenience of their devices, parents will be able to see when and where their children board and depart a school bus. This feature is for maximum safety of our children and peace of mind for our parents. Let me touch briefly on technology. We are integrating technology into every element of the education system. 199,000 tablets, laptops, interactive panels, projectors, and other specialized equipment have been distributed. Simultaneously, we are offering more teacher training to help educators deliver STEM or STEAM instruction and the use of technology in the classroom. There are also AI tools which are being piloted to mark scripts and tutor students. And many have been asking the big AI question. In the age of artificial intelligence, where machines can solve equations and generate essays, this speech was not AI written. Do we still need educators? The answer is emphatically yes. Because while AI can process data, only an educator will see a child not getting medical attention that they need and take their time to get the school bus to take them to get their checkup, or share their lunch, go in their pocket and ensure that the child is cared for. AI don't reach there so yet. So only the educator can develop character. Yeah. So while technology can stimulate answers, only an educator can spark imagination and passion. So educators will continue to remain the center of the classroom. Your roles may change. You may not remain the ultimate unimpeachable source of information, because that's what AI is good at. AI is good at the amalgamation and the collection of information. You may not remain the only source of the structure of knowledge. AI is very good at putting knowledge in a logical structure. But you will be, and continue ever so to be, the only source of context. Because in today's world, you're going to get a lot of knowledge, but that information which you will use as knowledge may not be wisdom. And that wisdom only comes with, as a biblical man, the fear of God, but it also comes with strong value systems. So you will know what information makes sense or doesn't make sense, because it is the teachers that will protect the value system which defines the society. You know, it is the teachers, therefore, that will turn the chalkboards into mirrors. So the children can discover themselves, discover who they are, see themselves in the bigger picture of information, knowledge, and indeed get wisdom. So I want to say a few words specifically to our young people. Look at the men and women being honored here. This is what service looks like. This is what patriotism feels like. It is not loud or flashy. It is consistent. It is disciplined. It is dignified, and my, do you look dignified this evening. Honor your educators. Learn their wisdom. Be curious. Be respectful. And above all, be grateful. And those who feel the call, as young people, please step forward. Jamaica needs you as educators. We need your ideas, your energy, your brilliance. And by the way, there are some scholarships still available at the Ministry of Education, and there's sometimes even at the Ministry of Finance that you can seek out to assist in your tuition. So, as your Prime Minister, I make this pledge. We will not rest until every child in Jamaica has access to high quality education. We will continue to invest in teacher development, support school leaders, and modernize education infrastructure. My administration will continue to expand pathways from school to work, from training to industry, and from classroom to leadership. Our nation's greatest resource is not in the ground. Our beaches are in the sky. Our greatest resource is our people. The P in my administration's Aspire growth strategy is people. You, our educators, are the ones who shape our people every single day. Let me end by saying this. If we want a better Jamaica, a more productive, more prosperous, more peaceful Jamaica, we must build it in the classroom. That's where it starts. And that work begins with our educators. Educators, as you come forward to receive your award, I hand you the gratitude of a nation and the thanks of generations. May God bless our educators, and may God bless our students. May God bless Jamaica, land we love, and continue to choose Jamaica.
And before I enter exactly, I must ask you to laugh fast because I only have 5 minutes. That's the first laugh. Let me greet the Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's good to be here. Today I had a very unfortunate situation. I saw a boy from grade 5 in the schoolyard walking up and down. And I stopped him. I said, young man, come here. You know, teachers, we have that advice. I said, come here. Why do you come to school? He said, because nobody knows their home. But I love my school. I love my school teachers. I'm going to talk to you tonight because I realize that most adults, after a while, we have stomach problem. You know why? Because our stomach was the calculator when you're going to school. You know, you have to beat your chest, call the bigger number, and then, so sometimes you do your work and you boom, 5. See, somebody had the maths wrong, that's why the maths question and answer wrong there. But I teach in an inner city school, and I love the inner city school more than the upper school. It's nice to teach there. As a matter of fact, when you teach in the upper class school, it's not so fun. Rain fall, the whole of Pitney them come. For them parents drive. Yeah, when they say, why are they here today? You sit at the desk, you say, bring your draw suitcase and come in. Morning, sir. But the school that I'm at now, sometimes you don't even have to fall. You have to go look for them yourself. But we have a new principal at my school, so she don't know everything. So my school is off Maxwell Avenue, and over the other side is Trenchtown. Heritage Month gone last year, October, she decides that she's going to take the students over to Trenchtown, over to Bob Marley Place, to let them tour the facility. When I hear the destination that the children are supposed to go, I say, I'm not going on that trip, But I know our students. To see the entire school going on a trip and a bus come and pick them up. Right here, and the driver just going straight up and go over to Trenchtown as if they don't want to be on it. When they pick them discover where them really going on a bus to go, I say, I don't want them on the bus. The morning when the bus arrived, the principal said, Sir Smith, you have to go. From I know myself, is the first I travel on a bus step. I said, not even go inside fully, because I don't know the outcome. So the driver straighten up and just straight across and stop. I reach him. When he stop, a little boy said, Sir, where you stop your sofa? He said, this is it now. So I lean across and said, Miss, you answer him. So she said, this is where we are going to reach. He said, yes, ma'am. So we assembled them off and they came out, they toured the facility. But you and I know that it is illegal to take children on a trip and don't end them at Devon House or KFC. So we decide that we are not going to take them to any KFC. We want them to go to Devon House because some of them, they live down there but they have never come up this side. So they came and they toured Devon House. They go in the great house, have a wonderful time. When they finished, they were out at the front, sitting down waiting for their ice cream nicely. A boy raised his hand and said, Sir, come here. I said, you want me, you come. So he came to me, he said, Sir, can you bring me inside here? Let me buy a patty, please. I look down at him and I look up at the place. He says, Sir, bring me, let me buy a patty. I said, look here. All patties smell the same, but the prices are different. You see, as if he don't get the memo. So he still insists. He says, Sir, bring me, let me buy a patty. Well, I don't want to blight it in future. I said, come. You and I know that patty start at beef, but that day he lifted his chest a little higher. He went straight up to the cashier and he went up and he ordered a cheese patty. And the cashier and looked at the little boy and said, that would be $975. When him hear the price, he said, small one, no one tell. But in closing, my mother was a teacher for 46 years. And I told myself, when I look, I was inspired when graduation time those years. We had to use 2 vehicles to go for my mother. The amount of gifts she get. And I said, when I grow up, I want to be a teacher too. Not knowing that by the time I reached there, that would cut out. So the first school I learned was in Kingston here. On the graduation day, I get myself well dressed because I'm going for gift. When I went there, I didn't see the gifts for the teacher section. So I asked the principal, where's the gifts for the teacher? He said, no, not like that here. No, this is some certificate and medal for the students. So I said, right, all hope is not lost because Teachers Day coming up. So if I don't get it there, I will get it Teachers Day. Teachers Day, sat at my desk, like a vendor come out and put out the goods. And the customer never pass and not looking at the vendor. I said, I sit down on my desk and people just pass the bond. Then there was a teacher's day. Up and down, up and down. But God had it that I saw a little boy. He was coming towards me with his hand in his pocket. Walk and boom. That's not how he walked normally, but that day he was booming. So he boomed to me. He went in his pocket and he took out $100 and he said, "Happy Teacher's Day, sir. Me take it." And I pull out my drawer and I put it in it. I mean, know him. I know him. So I put it in the drawer. The principal took us out for lunch. While we were there at the table, some of the teachers are talking what them get. Me said, "Me can't make them outdo me." So I raised my hand, I said, "I got something." They said, "What you got, sir?" I said, "I get $100. The principal said, "Sir, is the thought that counts? Maybe should I count more?" So, sitting there now and enjoy the wonderful outing. Come back to school the Thursday. Sitting at my desk, close to lunchtime, Mr. One shadow. I come up towards my class. And when we look, he wasn't booming this time. He came up and him take him time and him push him head inside. Mr. Come, me have it. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the night.
Order of the Nation. A member of the Privy Council and a member of Parliament is pleased to award the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation to the undermentioned persons in recognition of their outstanding service to education with effect from 31st May 2023. Ms. Carleen Andrea Allen, Justice of the Peace, Highgate Primary School, St. Mary. The late Mrs. Marsha Marie Allen Russell, Paulus High School, Manchester, and this medal will be collected by her sister, Mrs. Tracy Ann Wilson. Miss Sylvia Elizabeth Bryan, Shortwood Teachers College, St. Andrew. Mrs. Rosalie Allery Campbell Morris, Maven Primary School, Clarendon. Dr. Mavelle Nisha Lloyd Charlton Brown, Justice of the Peace, Hampton School, St. Elizabeth. Mrs. Navette Narita Christian, Justice of the Peace, Denham Town High School, Kingston. Mrs. Eva Patricia Coleman Stamp, Wycliffe Martin High School, St. Mary. Mrs. Elaine Carleen Elliott Matthews, Marlymount Primary and Infant School, St. Catherine. Dr. Olivine Natasha Evans, Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Kingston. Mrs. Lorna Meredith Forrester, Justice of the Peace, St. James Preparatory School, St. James. Mrs. Juliette Aldine Fraser Sedar, St. Mary High School, St. Mary, medal to be collected by her son, Mr. Antor Stefano Ryan Sedar. Mrs. Anne Rose Marie Geddes Nelson, Justice of the Peace, Independent City Primary School in St. Catherine. Ms. Michelle Carleen Gordon, Wycliffe Martin High School, St. Mary. Dr. Sadie Henrietta Harris Mortley, Justice of the Peace, Sam Sharp Teachers College, St. James. Dr. Darian George Henry, Justice of the Peace, Montego Bay Community College, St. James. Ms. Lorraine Angeli Henry, Port Maria Infant School, St. Mary. Mrs. Evelyn Angelita Henry Tracy, Justice of the Peace, Wycliffe Martin High School, St. Mary. Mrs. Sandrine Adicia Hill Sherwood, Justice of the Peace, Sandy Bay Primary High School in Hanover.